The abrasives or sandpaper plant is a combination of two Walters kits, the Red Wing milling kit and the Valley cement kit, plus a little bit of pike stuff. By unwrapping the Red Wing milling kit and turning it into a building flat along the wall, it turns into quite a large facility. There's room for 5 car spots, one for unloading paper and another 4 for unloading sand. The automotive stamping plant is a very, very simple industry. It's made up entirely of pike stuff corrugated metal sheets, both the roof and the walls. The taller building in the foreground is for incoming materials such as coiled steel and coiled aluminum. It holds 2 cars. The longer pair of buildings towards the back are for loading 60-foot auto parts cars. It holds 5 cars. Very little action today at these two industries. Only one load of auto parts and one empty sand car being released today. There are 2 cars arriving on the westbound Conrail train later in the day that will be spotted empties at the stamping plant. The sandpaper plant is located in switching zone D, which is on the far west side of the interchange yard interlocking. Number 64 will have to travel through the interchange yard, pause to get permission to pass through the west interlocking, and then run across the crossing to get to the industry. That's cutting it close. These gates should have been triggered at the sensor a little further back. All of the sensors worked perfectly when I first installed them many years ago, but over time, I guess they lose their sensitivity or become more sensitive. They're in constant need of adjustment. There are several sand cars spotted here at the industry. Unfortunately, the one that we want, the one being released, is the CN hopper, and it's third into the cut. So we're going to have to pull all three cars out back to the other end of the interchange track, set it over, and then bring the two cars back. You'll notice that's not the first time that number 64 has stuttered or hesitated when going over some of the turnouts. I have yet to install the Keep Alives, so that will take care of that problem. After having dropped off the CN hopper, number 64 now heads back to the Sandpaper plant to respot the Procore and GT sand cars. This time the sensor worked, and the crossing gates were triggered before the train arrived at the crossing. Another flagrant violation of the rules. These crews know they're supposed to shove to rest, especially in customer sidings. Lucky for them, the cars landed perfectly for unloading in the shed. Those gates really can't seem to make up their mind, can they? Now number 64 heads back to Zone C to switch out the automotive parts stamping plant. Just like at the Sandpaper plant, the car we're looking for is not first up in the stamping plant. It's second up, the Santa Fe 37575. We're going to make the cut here outside the building because we have to come back with the lead car and we want to make sure that the joint is good before we shove back into the building. No, we're not shoving the Santa Fe car inside the building. We're just dropping it here momentarily while we respot the empty Conrail car. Today's two releases are a mix of northbound and westbound cars. We're going to have to come back and spot them appropriately, but for now we're going to head back to the yard and pull out a string of releases that we placed there in our last video and sort them into eastbound, westbound, and northbound blocks. I filmed all this in one evening and briefly considered creating another mega video. It would be probably 45 minutes long, but I reconsidered and I'm going to cut it up into two videos, and I'll spread them apart, publish them probably a week or two apart, so you don't have to feel that you have to watch it all in one sitting. Thank you for watching.